Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is September 2nd, 2025, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, yes, gold made all-time record highs yesterday. Exploded the day before, but yesterday pushed to 3,500. Did retrace off of its highs, but it did make all-time record highs. Now looking at today's major economic events, so we have a 2:30 South African time from the United States, ISM manufacturing PMI number coming out. Now looking at the market, starting out the Forex symbols, yes, yesterday was a slow day because the U.S. markets were closed. So you're not going to see a lot of volatility, especially in either any markets, really, for that matter. So starting out with the Forex symbols, U.S. dollar slightly stronger. And as we look at the indices, Dow Jones and NASDAQ were unchanged, really, because the markets were closed yesterday. Looking at commodities besides gold, making those all-time record highs, that was really the main focus. Now, looking at the stocks, they remain unchanged because the markets closed, and so did Bitcoin. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. First with the GBP USD. Now, yesterday was really a non-event day, as it was an American holiday, and that affects the entire earth, especially if the US dollar is one of the underlying assets that you're trading with. So with that said, yesterday the markets just went sideways. The only thing that is a little bit interesting, the Japanese yen actually did lose some ground here. Okay, when it goes up, it loses ground. It actually gets weaker versus the dollar. So this is kind of interesting because this actually made a decent move at a time where the US markets were closed. Okay, so keep this in mind. And it is trading within range. So it's at the upper part of that range, but it has 3 candles to follow. So I'm going to be watching this a little bit closely to see if we get a breakout on the outside. Now, looking at the commodities, this is where it gets super interesting. Yesterday, we saw gold hit 3507, above 3,500. That is a first. If you look at a weekly chart, you know, that is a first, really. That's an all-time record high. Now, it did recede itself afterwards. Okay, it sold off about 20 points afterwards, but it did make new all-time record highs. This is the thing with gold. This is what it does. It tests new highs and then retraces, tests those retracements, and then maybe goes higher or goes down. And it's a really hard asset to trade because there's nothing to trade it against. Okay, so keep that in mind that gold is at this area. So if you want to day trade it or, you know, trade it with price action, all good. Okay, that's fair game. But just know to take a swing trade might be a little bit more risky with this type of setup. Okay, now looking at the U.S. markets, just unchanged here, both the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones. I'm not going to cover the stocks because I did that yesterday. However, let's take a look at one more thing today, as that might be still another play, is Bank of America. Yesterday we mentioned this. Bank of America hit all-time record, not all-time record highs, but yearly highs, and it does look like it's, you know, pushing higher. Now, September, October are historically sell-off months. Okay, so if you look at historically, some of the biggest sell-offs we had are these 2 months, and I'm questioning whether or not the market's going to have that correction just to clear everything out. Okay, just to cleanse everything out, and then you're going to start something new between Thanksgiving and New Year's as we rally into the end of the year. That might still happen. Keep your eyes tuned because the market's going to be more volatile and have more volume in the market and thereby have more opportunities as well. So keep that in mind as well. So I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.
My advice, this is the best time to trade.